Welcome to today's video, where we will explore famous stars of the 80s in comedy series and also learn about their departures that you may not have heard of. They were once familiar faces on the small screen, but their fate has brought us heartbreaking surprises. Join us to learn about the lives and final memories of these talented artists. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos about other interesting topics on our channel. Caris. Caris, an accomplished American football player, actor, and sportscaster, is most famously recognized for his role in the comedy movie Blazing Saddles. Hailing from Indiana, Caris achieved 4 Pro Bowl selections during his tenure with the NFL, where he represented the Detroit Lions. His athletic talents were evident from a young age, as he showcased his skills at Emerson High School's sports grounds starting at the age of 13. Following college, he briefly pursued a career in professional wrestling before transitioning to the National Football League. Excelling after being drafted by the Detroit Lions in 1958, Caris garnered numerous accolades throughout the 1960s. He portrayed himself in the sports comedy film Paper Lion in 1968 and later landed supporting roles in various films such as Babe, FM, and Victor Victoria. Additionally, he appeared in television productions, including the miniseries Centennial. Caris was posthumously honored with induction into the Iowa Sports Hall of Fame and the College Football Hall of Fame. After retiring from both the NFL and acting, Caris ventured into entrepreneurship, establishing an ice cream parlor named The Cow in Surfside Beach, South Carolina. He also briefly coached football teams. Caris married twice during his lifetime. His first marriage to Joan Jurgensen in 1958 produced 5 children, but ended in divorce in 1975. In March 1980, he tied the knot with actress Susan Clark, with whom he had a daughter. Caris was among the 3,500 former NFL players who filed lawsuits against the NFL, citing the detrimental impact of repeated head trauma and concussions on their quality of life. On October 8, 2012, it was disclosed that Caris had been battling kidney failure. 2 days later, on the morning of October 10th, he passed away at his Los Angeles residence, concurrently contending with dementia and stomach cancer at the time of his demise. Charlotte Rae. Charlotte Rae Lubotsky, an American actress, comedian, and singer, achieved widespread recognition for her portrayal of Edna Garrett in the television series Different Strokes and its spin-off The Facts of Life. Commencing her career as a stand-up comedian in the New York nightclubs of the 1940s, Rae harbored a deep-seated desire to become an actress. Her initial breakthrough came with a role in the Broadway musical comedy 3 Wishes for Jamie in 1952. While continuing her work in Broadway musicals, she also released her debut song album, Songs I Taught My Mother, composed by her husband, John Strauss. Guest appearances on various TV shows followed, leading to her first regular TV role in Car 54 Where Are You in 1961. A return to Broadway in 1963 earned her a Tony nomination for her performance in Pickwick. However, her pivotal moment arrived when she was offered the role of Edna Garrett in the sitcom Different Strokes, eventually leading to the creation of the spin-off The Facts of Life. Rae embodied the character for 7 years, earning a Primetime Emmy nomination. Following her departure from The Facts of Life, Rae made guest appearances on multiple TV shows and lent her voice to animated projects such as Tom and Jerry, the movie, and 101 Dalmatians, the series. In 2015, she released her autobiography, The Facts of My Life. In 1951, Charlotte Rae married music composer John Strauss, and their union endured for 25 years until their divorce in 1976, when John publicly acknowledged his bisexuality. The couple, parents to Larry and Andrew Strauss, navigated the complexities of their relationship. In 2017, Rae disclosed her battle with bone cancer at the age of 91, having previously undergone chemotherapy for pancreatic cancer 7 years earlier. She passed away on August 5, 2018, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 92. Dixie Carter. Carter initiated her professional stage journey with a role in a Memphis production of the musical Carousel in 1960 and later marked her Broadway entrance in the 1974 musical Sextet. Following a 2-year stint as District Attorney Brandy Henderson on the CBS soap The Edge of Night, 1974-1976, she took the lead in the 1976 Broadway revival of the musical Pal Joey. Notable television roles included appearances in sitcoms such as On Our Own, 1977-1978, Filthy Rich, 1982-1983, and Diff Rent Strokes, 1984-1985. Carter returned to Broadway in 1997 to portray Maria Callas in the Playmaster class and again in 2004 to play Mrs. Mears in the musical Thoroughly Modern Millie. In 1967, Carter entered matrimony with businessman Arthur Carter. Temporarily stepping away from acting for 8 years after the birth of her daughters, Carter dedicated herself to raising her children alongside Arthur's 3 children, Joan, Wendy, and Ellen Carter. The union with Arthur Carter concluded in divorce in 1977, and that same year, she married theater and TV actor George Hearn. However, Carter and Hearn's marriage dissolved 2 years later. In 1996, Carter released a memoir titled Trying to Get to Heaven, candidly discussing her life with Hal Holbrook, her experiences on designing women, and the plastic surgery she underwent during the show's run. She openly acknowledged, along with other celebrities, the use of human growth hormone for its anti-aging benefits. Carter passed away on April 10, 2010, in Houston, Texas. Holbrook attributed her death to complications from endometrial cancer. The interview with Dixie Carter took place in McClemmersville, Tennessee. The Dixie Carter Performing Arts and Academic Enrichment Center, affectionately known as The Dixie in Huntington, Tennessee, stands as a tribute to her legacy. A public service announcement by Carter in 2003, addressing and providing outreach for individuals with spasmodic torticollis cervical dystonia, began airing initially in New York and New Jersey, reaching a nationwide audience in 2010. Alan Thicke. Alan Thicke, a Canadian actor, songwriter, and television host, delighted audiences from his late teens onward. Starting as a radio jockey while pursuing studies in English and psychology at the University of Western Ontario, he later joined the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation as a writer. Thicke authored several sitcoms before transitioning into songwriting, creating theme songs for popular game and talk shows, and lending his voice to some. Making his debut as a television host at 28 with a game show, he soon launched The Alan Thicke Show, and within 3 years, he moved to the USA with Thicke of the Night. While widely recognized for his role in the ABC sitcom Growing Pains, Thicke also graced numerous films and commercials. His versatility extended to successfully hosting various variety, game, and reality shows, specials, and parades, earning him a coveted spot in Canada's Walk of Fame. Alan Thicke experienced 3 marriages. On August 22, 1970, he wed his first spouse, actress Gloria Loring, resulting in 2 sons, Brennan and Robin. The union concluded in divorce in 1984. Among his sons, Robin Thicke evolved into a renowned singer-songwriter. On August 13, 1994, Thicke entered matrimony with Gina Marie Tollison, Miss World 1990, and welcomed a son, Carter William Thicke. Their marriage concluded with a finalized divorce on September 29, 1999. His third marriage transpired on May 7, 2005, to model Tanya Kalau. The couple remained married until Thicke's abrupt passing from a Type A aortic dissection on December 13, 2016. Max Wright. George Edward Wright, known by the nickname Max, entered the world on August 2, 1943, in Detroit, Michigan. Adopting the moniker to distinguish himself from other actors named George Wright, He relocated to the suburban enclave of Southfield during his childhood and graduated from Southfield Senior High School in 1961. During his student years at Southfield, he actively participated in the theater program, securing leading roles in 2 distinct musical productions. Wright made notable supporting appearances on television series like WKRP in Cincinnati and held regular roles on Misfits of Science, Aftermath, Buffalo Bill, and The Norm Show. He was part of the cast for the made-for-TV adaptation of Stephen King's The Stand, and portrayed Terry, the manager of Central Perk, in the first and second seasons of the sitcom Friends. His diverse roles included Gunter Wendt in the 1998 HBO miniseries From the Earth to the Moon and Dr. Joseph Mengele in Playing for Time. From 1986 to 1990, Wright left a lasting imprint as Willie Tanner in the sitcom ALF, portraying a typical middle-class father who encounters an alien that crash-landed on Earth. Despite gaining recognition for this role, Wright downplayed it due to the considerable technical demands and his perspective of playing a supporting character to an inanimate object. In a 2000 interview with People, he remarked, "It was hard work and very grim." Alongside his screen endeavors, Wright had a notable stage career, participating in the original 1968 production of The Great White Hope and earning a Tony nomination for his role in Ivanov on Broadway in 1998. He also took on the character of Sir Andrew in Twelfth Night at Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts. Wright shared a marital bond with Linda Ibarondo from 1965 until her demise from breast cancer in 2017, resulting in 2 children. In 1995, he faced a diagnosis of lymphoma, which he successfully overcame, remaining in remission until 2019. On June 26, 2019, George Wright succumbed to the disease at the age of 75 at the Lillian Booth Actors home in Englewood, New Jersey. Garry Shandling. Garry Shandling, an acclaimed American stand-up comedian and actor, is best remembered for his highly successful television productions, It's Garry Shandling's Show and The Larry Sanders Show. Originally a scriptwriter, Shandling penned scripts for various sitcoms before transitioning to stand-up comedy. A pivotal moment in his career came when he guest-hosted The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, an unconventional breakthrough that propelled him into the spotlight. Shandling then created It's Garry Shandling's Show for Showtime, making history as one of the most beloved and praised shows of its era. Surpassing his own success, he later introduced The Larry Sanders Show, a true masterpiece that not only garnered global acclaim, but also earned him prestigious awards, including an Emmy and a BAFTA. Shandling's witty performances and undeniable on-screen charisma also secured him roles in films, showcasing his artistic talent and skill as a stand-up comedian over his 3-decade-long career. Garry Shandling's journey in humor and wit was acknowledged by fellow comedian George Carlin, who, upon reviewing Shandling's work, encouraged him to continue writing. In pursuit of better opportunities, Shandling moved to Los Angeles in 1973, briefly working with an advertising agency before delving into script writing classes. He then began crafting scripts, with one of his early successes being the sale of a script for the popular NBC sitcom Sanford and Son. His writing prowess extended to other sitcoms like Welcome Back, Cotter, and Three's Company. Despite his professional successes, Shandling never entered into matrimony or became a parent. However, he was in a relationship with Linda Doucette from 1987 to 1994, which ended on a sour note with Doucette accusing him of sexual harassment. Suffering from hyperparathyroidism, a life-threatening condition, Shandling tragically passed away on March 24, 2016, collapsing at his home due to a pulmonary embolism, as revealed in an autopsy report. Harry Anderson. Harry Anderson, an American actor and magician renowned for his portrayal of Judge Harry Stone in the iconic TV series Night Court, gained widespread recognition after his appearances on the renowned late-night variety show Saturday Night Live from 1981 to 1985. Hosting various comedy shows, including Harry Anderson's Sideshow, which incorporated elements of magic, Anderson showcased his multifaceted talents. His foray into films with works like The Escape Artist and A Matter of Faith added to his diverse career. The distinguished Primetime Emmy Awards nominated Anderson consecutively for 3 years, acknowledging his exceptional contributions to Night Court. Beyond his entertainment career, Anderson fulfilled his passion for entrepreneurship by establishing a nightclub in 2005. Early in his career, Harry Anderson crossed paths with Leslie Pollock, a fellow performer skilled in mentalism acts, while both were street performers. Sharing similar interests, they began dating and collaborated to create their own acts. Anderson married Leslie in 1977, and the couple welcomed 2 children. Leslie frequently accompanied Anderson to significant events and award shows, even attending the 39th Primetime Emmy Awards in September 1987. However, as the 1990s unfolded, the once happy marriage faced challenges, leading to separation and eventually culminating in a legal divorce in 1999. In January 2018, Anderson, affected by influenza, suffered multiple strokes from which he never fully recovered. On April 16, 2018, at the age of 65, Anderson peacefully passed away in his Asheville residence in North Carolina. His friend Turk Pipkin confirmed the news, stating that Anderson had been hospitalized months earlier and remained unwell due to complications from the flu. Christopher Huitt. Douglas Huitt, born in Worthing, Sussex, to Christopher Fitzsimon. Huitt, an Army officer and a descendant of Daniel O'Connell, and his wife Eleanor Joyce Watts, an actress known professionally as Rhoda Clayton. His early education took place at Beaumont College and Wimbledon College. At the tender age of 7, he embarked on his acting journey with a debut in a Dublin stage production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Joining the Royal Air Force at 16, Huitt concluded his service in 1940 and subsequently became part of the Oxford Repertory Company, marking his West End theater debut in 1943. His initiation into the film world transpired with a debut in the crime drama Pool of London, 1951, followed by roles on television shows like Robert Montgomery Presents and DuPont's Show of the Month. Huitt showcased his talent as the grandiose and camp theater director Roger Debris in Mel Brooks's comedy The Producers, 1967. The short-lived sitcom Ivan the Terrible featured him as the generic bureaucrat Fedorov in 1976. His Broadway stint included portraying Captain Hook opposite Sandy Duncan's Peter Pan during the 1979-80 season. Later, from 1983 to 1984, he assumed the role of Lawrence, Mr. Roark's, Ricardo Montalban, sidekick in the final season of the ABC series Fantasy Island. Devoutly Catholic and a lifelong bachelor, Huitt dedicated his service at St. Victor's Church in West Hollywood. In his later years, he grappled with arthritis and diabetes. On August 3, 2001, at the age of 80, Huitt passed away in his Los Angeles residence due to complications of diabetes. Mesak Taylor. Mesak Taylor, an esteemed American actor renowned for his Emmy-nominated portrayal as jailbird-turned-assistant Anthony Bouvier in the CBS sitcom Designing Women and his notable film roles as Hollywood Montrose in the movies Mannequin and Mannequin 2 On the Move. Commencing his career as a State House political correspondent at an Indianapolis radio station, Taylor refined his acting prowess at Chicago's Goodman Theater and the Organic Theater Company. As a prolific theater actor, he earned an Emmy Award for his role as Jim in Huckleberry Finn, a production by Organic Theater in collaboration with Goodman Theater, recorded for a WTTW TV special. Taylor made his Broadway debut as Lumiere in the 1988 rendition of Beauty and the Beast. A regular on television series like Buffalo Bill, Dave's World, and Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. He also guest-starred on numerous TV shows, including Lou Grant, Mass H, Hill Street Blues, What's Happening Now, Burke's Law, Women of the House, The Drew Carey Show, Hannah Montana, Jessie, and Criminal Minds. His final theater role was as Vietnam veteran J.C. Bridges in Year of the Rabbit at Ensemble Studio Theater in September 2012. Mesak Taylor's journey in love began with his first wife, Sandra, whom he started dating a year before their 1969 marriage. Together for 11 years, they eventually divorced in 1980. In 1983, Taylor entered matrimony with actress Bianca Ferguson, with whom he had 3 children, in addition to a child from his previous marriage. On June 28, 2014, Taylor succumbed to colorectal cancer while receiving hospice care at his Altadena, California home. He left behind his 100-year-old mother, 2 siblings, wife, and 4 children, daughters Tamar, Esme, and Yasmin, and son Tariq. Ted Knight, an acclaimed American actor celebrated for his comedic roles in television sitcoms, rose to prominence with a unique career trajectory. A departure from the traditional academic path, Knight, a high school dropout, enlisted in the U.S. Army during the Second World War, earning 5 stars for his dedicated service. Simultaneously, his passion for acting emerged. Post-Army discharge, he underwent acting training, commencing his journey as the host of a children's radio show around the age of 26. At 33, he relocated to Los Angeles, initially sustaining himself through commercials before securing minor, often uncredited roles in both television and film. The turning point occurred at the age of 46, when he was selected for the role of Ted Baxter in The Mary Tyler Moore Show, catapulting him into widespread recognition. Subsequent successes included portraying Henry Rush in Too Close for Comfort and Judge Elihu Smales in Caddyshack. On September 14, 1948, Knight entered matrimonial bliss with Dorothy Clark Smith, who later assumed a role on the board of directors of the Price Pottinger Nutrition Foundation. Blessed with 3 children, Ted Jr., Elise, and Eric, the couple built a family foundation. In 1977, Knight confronted a diagnosis of cancer, embarking on a journey of treatment. The resilience he displayed faced a renewed challenge in 1985 when colon cancer resurfaced, ultimately spreading to his bladder and lower gastrointestinal tract. On August 26, 1986, Knight departed, finding his final resting place in the Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. Acknowledging his enduring impact, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 6673 Hollywood Boulevard was bestowed upon him on January 30, 1985. In Terryville, his hometown, a bridge over the Pequabuck River on Canal Street stands as a dedicated tribute to his memory. George Gaines, born on May 16, 1917, in Helsinki during the era of the Grand Duchy of Finland, a region transitioning from the Russian Empire. He was born to Iya Grigorievna de Gay, later known as Lady Abdi, a Russian artist of Finnish descent, and Gerrit Jongajans, a Dutch businessman. His uncle, Gregory Gay, carved his path as an actor. Gaines spent his formative years in France, England, and Switzerland. In 1937, Gaines graduated from the Collège Classique Cantonal near Lausanne. Furthering his education, he attended the music school of Milan from 1938 to 1939. Many years later, he pursued training at the Actors Studio in New York City, spanning from 1953 to 1958. On December 20th, 1953, Gaines entered marital union with Alan Ann McLary, a stage and television actress and dancer. This partnership endured until his passing, and they were blessed with 2 children, Matthew Gaines and Aya Gaines Falcone Brown. Tragically, Matthew, a contender for the U.S. Olympic kayak team during the boycotted 1980 Summer Olympics, lost his life in a car crash in India in 1989 while en route to Nepal for an ESPN kayaking special. In 1989, Gaines joined the cast of his wife's series, The Days and Nights of Molly Dodd. McClary and he had previously collaborated on Punky Brewster, where she guest starred in a first-season episode as a love interest of Henry Warnemont. George Gaines breathed his last at the age of 98 on February 15, 2016, at his daughter's residence in North Bend, Washington. Richard Mulligan. Richard Mulligan, the American actor renowned for his predominant presence in beloved sitcoms throughout the late 20th century, shared a familial connection with the famous film director Robert Mulligan, who was his elder brother. Richard, celebrated for his distinctive rubber-faced expressions and Bronx accent, initially set out as an aspiring writer. Surprisingly, his journey took a turn into acting when attempting to sell one of his plays to a theater director. Spanning nearly 4 decades, his acting career encompassed numerous films, plays, and TV productions. While he excelled in various realms, his television legacy stands out, earning acclaim for his roles in Soap, a quirky television series, and Empty Nest, a spin-off of The Golden Girls. Despite battling cancer for 6 years, Mulligan remained dedicated to his craft, refusing to retire until shortly before his death in 2000, a testament to his deep passion for the art. In 1955, Richard embarked on marital bliss with Patricia Jones from the Old Bronx neighborhood, and they welcomed a son named James Mulligan. However, constant domestic conflicts led to their divorce in 1960. His second marriage unfolded with actress Joan Hackett on January 3, 1966, concluding in divorce in 1973. The year 1978 marked his third marriage to Lenore Stevens, which also ended in divorce in 1990. His fourth and final marriage was to adult film actress Rachel Ryan in 1992, a union lasting only 10 months and concluding bitterly in 1993. Diagnosed with colorectal cancer in 1994, Mulligan valiantly fought against the illness for years, persisting in his acting pursuits almost until his demise. On September 26, 2000, he departed at his residence in Larchmont, Los Angeles, California, leaving behind his surviving son, James Mulligan, now a New Hampshire-based lawyer. Valerie Harper. Valerie Harper, a distinguished American actress, initially rose to prominence portraying Rhoda Morgenstern in the sitcom The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Commencing her career as a dance and chorus performer in her teens, she transitioned into acting at the age of 28, stepping into the role of Beth Nemerov in the Broadway production of Something Different, replacing Linda Lavin. 2 years later, during a stage performance in Los Angeles, a casting agent noticed her, leading to her iconic casting as Rhoda Morgenstern in The Mary Tyler Moore Show. This role not only catapulted her to immediate fame, but also secured 3 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. She continued her success by reprising the role in the spin-off Rhoda, garnering both a Golden Globe and another Primetime Emmy. Harper's versatile career spanned screen and stage until the age of 27, concluding with her last TV appearance in an episode of Children's Hospital, titled Children's Hospital, and her final film appearance in Stars and Shorts, No Ordinary Love. In December 1964, Harper entered matrimony with actor Richard Schall, a union that ended in divorce in January 1978. On April 8, 1987, she married producer and actor Tony Cacciotti. The couple expanded their family by adopting a daughter, Christina, in 1983. In 2009, Harper faced a diagnosis of lung cancer, and on March 6, 2013, it was disclosed that she had developed leptomeningeal carcinomatosis, an uncommon condition where cancer cells spread into the meninges. Despite doctors initially predicting a mere 3 months, she valiantly continued to fight. Harper eventually passed away on the morning of August 30th, 2019, in Los Angeles. During the 1970s and 1980s, Harper actively participated in the women's liberation movement and advocated for the Equal Rights Amendment. Catherine Helmond. Catherine Marie Helmond, an accomplished American actress and director, made significant contributions to the realms of film, TV, and theater. Her journey commenced in the mid-50s amid the vibrant New York theater scene, where she played roles in prominent productions such as You Like It and The Great God Brown. Transitioning to television, she marked her debut with a single-episode appearance in Car 54, Where Are You? In 1971, she eagerly entered the film domain with Believe in Me, offering a glimpse of her talent in a limited role. Opting for smaller roles in subsequent years, her breakthrough arrived in 1984 with the sitcom Who's the Boss?, where her portrayal of Mona garnered immense popularity, turning her into a pop culture icon. Helmond, who also directed a well-received episode, continued to shine with notable performances in projects like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and the sitcom Everybody Loves Raymond. Catherine Helmond entered matrimony with George N. Martin in 1957, predating her fame. However, their union was short-lived, culminating in divorce in 1962. In the same year, she commenced a relationship with David Christian, eventually marrying him. Throughout her marriages, Helmond did not have any children. A devoted follower of the Zen way of life, she embraced its principles to navigate the highs and lows of her acting career. On February 23, 2019, Catherine Helmond peacefully passed away at her Los Angeles residence, succumbing to complications arising from Alzheimer's disease. Robert Guillaume. Guillaume, originally named Robert Peter Williams, entered the world in St. Louis, born to a mother grappling with alcoholism. Abandoned along with several siblings, he found refuge under the care of their grandmother, Jeanette Williams. Robert pursued education at St. Louis University and Washington University in St. Louis, later serving in the U.S. Army before embarking on a career in acting. Adopting the stage name Guillaume, meaning William in French, marked a significant step in his journey. Post-university, Guillaume joined the Karamu Players in Cleveland, showcasing his talents in musical comedies and opera. A global tour with the Broadway musical Free and Easy in 1959 highlighted his early experiences. The Broadway stage welcomed him in Kwamina in 1961, with subsequent appearances in productions like Golden Boy, alongside Sammy Davis Jr., Tambourines to Glory, and Guys and Dolls, earning him a Tony Award nomination. Guillaume's varied roles encompassed Jacques Brel is Alive and Well and Living in Paris, Perlie, Catherine Dunham's Bambouche, and Fly the Blackbird. Guillaume embraced marital commitment twice, initially to Marlene Williams in 1955, resulting in 2 sons, Kevin and Jacques. The marriage persisted despite his early career pursuits and concluded in 1984. A daughter named Melissa joined the family in 1980, with Patricia, her mother, co-parenting with Guillaume. His second marriage to Donna Brown commenced in 1986, welcoming a daughter named Rachel. In addition, he fathered Patricia from a different mother in 1950, who was raised by her grandparents. Tragically, his son Jacques succumbed to complications of AIDS on December 23, 1990, at the age of 32. Robert Guillaume succumbed to prostate cancer on October 24, 2017, at his Los Angeles residence. His contributions were honored with a star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame, and on November 28, 1984, he received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, acknowledging his achievements in the television industry. Mary Fran. Mary Fran, an American actress renowned for her contributions to television, is best remembered for portraying Joanna Loudon, the wife of Dick Loudon, played by Bob Newhart, in the CBS sitcom Newhart. Originating from St. Louis, Missouri, she commenced her journey in the entertainment realm as a child model. Garnering the title of America's Junior Miss, she secured a scholarship at Northwestern University. However, choosing a different path, she left her studies incomplete, opting to work at a local TV station. A shift to Chicago followed, where she hosted a morning TV show and immersed herself in local theater. Subsequently, she relocated to Los Angeles, gracing popular series like That Girl, The Wild Wild West, Days of Our Lives, The Rockford Files, Fantasy Island, and Dark Room. Her stint in the series My Friend Tony was short-lived, but it paved the way for widespread recognition in her impactful role as Joanna Loudon in the successful Newhart, spanning 8 seasons. Mary Fran also ventured into TV movies. Her marital journey included a union with T.J. Escott, concluding in divorce. Fran entered matrimony with actor and businessman T.J. Escott on August 17, 1973. However, the duo separated in 1982 and finalized their divorce in 1983, with some references citing 1985 as the year of separation. The couple did not share any children. On September 23, 1998, Mary Fran peacefully passed away in her sleep at her Beverly Hills residence. Discovered by her longtime companion and publicist, Jonathan Cookman Jr., with whom she had been in a lasting relationship, an autopsy revealed the presence of undiagnosed lipomatosis with fibrosis or scarring of the heart muscles. Her final resting place is in the Holy Cross Cemetery, Culver City, California. Nell Carter, Nell Ruth Hardy, more widely recognized as Nell Carter, left an indelible mark as an American actress and singer, achieving acclaim for her portrayal of Nell Harper in the NBC sitcom Gimme a Break. Her significant contributions to television extended to roles like Ethel Green in Ryan's Hope, Sergeant Hildy Jones in The Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo, and P.J. Moore in Hangin' with Mr. Cooper. Hailing from Alabama, Hardy's musical journey began in her church choir and on a childhood gospel radio show. At 19, she ventured to New York, captivating audiences at coffee shops before securing her inaugural Broadway role in 1971. Over the following 7 years, she solidified her presence on stage as both a singer and an actor. The year 1978 marked her television debut with the telefilm Cindy. Carter stepped into the cinematic realm in 1979 with the musical comedy Hair, where she delivered compelling performances of Ain't Got No and White Boys. Across her illustrious 3-decade career, she graced films like The Proprietor, Perfect Fit, and Back by Midnight, the latter released posthumously, approximately 2 years after her demise. Nell Carter's matrimonial journey commenced with mathematician and lumber executive George Krenicki, their union lasting from May 16, 1982 to September 1, 1989. Alongside Tracy, her children Joshua and Daniel were both adopted. Her second marriage unfolded with musician and composer Roger LaRocque on May 14, 1992, concluding in divorce a year later. Carter faced 3 pivotal junctures in her life. Despite maintaining silence about her bisexuality publicly, she shared her later years with Ann Caser. On January 23, 2003, Nell Carter departed from this world at her Beverly Hills residence. Ken Berry. Berry entered the world in Moline, Illinois in 1933, with Swedish and English roots, the younger of 2 siblings born to Darrell Berry, an accountant, and Bernice Larson, his wife. At the age of 12, his revelation that dance and song were his passion struck during a school assembly children's performance. Envisioning himself as a star in musicals, Berry frequented movie theaters to witness the mesmerizing performances of Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly in beloved classics such as Easter Parade, Royal Wedding, On the Town, and Summer Stock. The initiation of Barry's recording journey unfolded through the Billy Barnes cast albums, capturing Broadway's vibrant spirit in The Billy Barnes Review and the LA rendition by Billy Barnes. Following an appearance on The Andy Williams Show, Williams invited Barry to create a solo album on his newly established Barnaby label. Released in 1970, Ken Barry RFD showcased Barry's talents, backed by a full orchestra. On May 29, 1960, Barry united in marriage with Jackie Joseph, a fellow Billy Barnes cast member. The couple welcomed their son, Joseph Larson. Barry on November 29, 1962, sadly losing him 6 days later on December 5, 1962. Together, they adopted 2 children, John, B. 1964-2016, and Jennifer, B. 1965-2020. Despite the joy and sorrow shared, the couple parted ways in 1976. Tragically, John, who co-founded the indie rock band Idaho, succumbed to brain cancer in 2016 at the age of 51, while Jennifer passed away in 2020 from natural causes at the age of 55. Barry's cherished partner and companion, Susie Walsh, a stage manager, accompanied him for the final 24 years of his journey. From a tender age, Barry harbored a deep affection for cars and all things on wheels, especially smaller vehicles, proudly maintaining a 1966 Mini Moke. An enthusiastic motorcyclist, he found joy in camping and riding the scenic Los Angeles mountain ranges. On December 1, 2018, Barry bid farewell to the world due to heart complications in Burbank, California, marking the end of a vibrant life at the age of 85. J. Thomas. Thomas came into the world in Kermit, Texas, born to Catherine and Timothy Harry Terrell. Embracing his Italian-American mother's Catholic faith, while his father adhered to Protestantism, Thomas spent his upbringing in New Orleans and successfully graduated from Jesuit High School. Continuing his educational journey, he pursued and completed his studies at Jacksonville University. Excelling as the quarterback on his high school football team, Thomas carried his skills to the college level, a talent he later showcased on The Late Show with David Letterman. Making annual festive appearances on David Letterman's CBS Late Night Show from December 1998 onwards, Thomas became a holiday tradition. In a memorable segment, alongside then New York Jets quarterback Vinny Testaverde, Thomas engaged in a humorous challenge, attempting to dislodge a large meatball perched atop a Christmas tree at the far end of the stage. Stepping back into the spotlight, Thomas confidently joined the playful contest, swiftly knocking the meatball off the tree to the delight of the audience. In an out-of-wedlock relationship, Thomas became the father of J.T. Harding, whose adoption placed him in the care of another family in Michigan. The story of their reunion unfolded on the Dr. Phil Show. J.T. Harding, the lead singer of the band JTX and a prominent country music songwriter, emerged as a testament to their reconnection. Thomas entered matrimony with Sally Michelson in 1987, and together they welcomed 2 sons, Samuel and Jacob. The legacy of J. Thomas concluded on August 24, 2017, as he succumbed to throat cancer surrounded by his loved ones in Santa Barbara, California, leaving behind a remarkable journey at the age of 69. Franklin Seals. Seals came into the world on July 15, 1952, occupying the 5th position among 8 siblings in Caliacqua. His parents, Francis Seals, a merchant seaman and government worker, and Olive Seals, a homemaker, bestowed upon him a lineage comprising English, Scottish, African, Portuguese, and native Caribbean roots. Departing from the West Indies in 1960, Seals and his family found their new home in New York City, where he pursued his education at Lincoln High School in Brooklyn. In 1978, Seals achieved a significant milestone with his role in the PBS drama Trial of the Moke, portraying Latet Henry O. Flipper, the inaugural African-American graduate of West Point. His acting journey continued with notable appearances in The Onion Field, 1979, as the real-life convicted cop killer Jimmy Lee, Youngblood, Smith, and a minor role in Star Trek, the motion picture. Southern Comfort, 1981, featured him as Rifleman Cleotis Sims, marking another noteworthy contribution to his filmography. Acknowledged by Walter Hill, the director of Southern Comfort, Seals was recognized as gay. Signs of AIDS-related illness, particularly a persistent cough, surfaced during the filming of Amen, hindering his regular work engagements in the last years of his life. On May 14, 1990, at the age of 37, Seals succumbed to complications of AIDS at his family's residence in Brooklyn. His final resting place involved cremation, and his ashes found their eternal abode scattered in the Caribbean Sea. John Ritter. John Ritter, an American actor and comedian, hailed from a lineage of fame, being the offspring of Tex Ritter, a renowned country music singer and actor, and Dorothy Faye, an actress. His own legacy extended to fatherhood, with actors Jason Ritter and Tyler Ritter counted among his children. Most notably, Ritter charmed audiences as Jack Tripper in the ABC sitcom Three's Company, earning accolades such as the Golden Globe Award and Emmy Award in 1984 for his stellar performance. His journey into acting began during college, where he pursued a major in theater arts. Preceding the fame of Three's Company, he left his mark in series like The Mary Tyler Moore Show, 1975, The Waltons, 1972-1976, Hawaii 5-0, 1971, and M.A.S.H.E.D., 1973. In 1984, he ventured into entrepreneurship, establishing his production company. His versatile career spanned films and television shows, including Problem Child, 1990, and Bad Santa, 2003, and earned him 4 Daytime Emmy Award nominations for his animated work in Clifford the Big Red Dog. Renowned comedic actor Don Knotts hailed him as the greatest physical comedian on the planet. In 1977, John Ritter tied the knot with actress Nancy Morgan, resulting in 3 children, Jason, Carly, and Tyler. However, their marital journey concluded in divorce in 1996. In 1999, he found new marital bliss with actress Amy Yazbek, and together, they welcomed a daughter named Stella. Tragically, on September 11, 2003, while rehearsing for 8 Simple Rules, Ritter experienced chest pain. Despite initial misdiagnosis and treatment for a heart attack, his condition deteriorated. Subsequent diagnosis revealed an aortic dissection, and he passed away during the surgery. Gary Coleman. Gary Coleman, the American actor and comedian renowned for his brilliant portrayal of Arnold Jackson in the NBC sitcom Different Strokes from 1978 to 1985, embarked on his career as a child actor, capturing the hearts of the American audience. Rising to prominence in the 1980s, he became a household name and ranked among the most promising television stars of the decade. Despite stunted growth and physical abnormalities, Coleman radiated confidence, captivating audiences with his lively black eyes and a charming, easygoing personality. Dubbed NBC's littlest big man, he fearlessly embraced his differences, earning fame for his humorous dialogues that turned it into beloved catchphrases across America. A true people's persona, Coleman's infectious positivity and effortless ability to connect left an indelible mark on those around him. In 1999, Coleman filed for bankruptcy protection, attributing his financial struggles to various factors, including his adoptive parents, lawyers, agents, and himself. His personal life witnessed a tumultuous turn in 2007 when he met Shannon Price on the film set of Church Ball, leading to marriage and subsequent divorce in 2008 due to irreconcilable differences. Legal issues arose in 2007 involving Coleman's disorderly conduct during a public dispute with his wife. Health challenges added to his struggles. In 2009, he underwent heart surgery, followed by a severe case of pneumonia. Tragically, on May 26, 2010, after a fall from stairs resulting in a head injury, Coleman passed away at the age of 42 shortly after the incident. In reflecting on the lives of these beloved 80s sitcom stars, it's a poignant reminder that fame and success don't shield anyone from life's challenges. Behind the laughter and on-screen charisma, these actors faced personal struggles, health issues, and, in some cases, untimely deaths. As we fondly remember the joy they brought to our screens, let's also acknowledge the human stories behind the characters. May their legacies live on, and may we continue to cherish the timeless moments they shared with us.